Hey there, everybody. My name is Allison Ostrander, and I am the Director of Risk Tolerance here at Simpler Trading. And in today's video, I want to talk about a potential setup on Meta. So there are a couple different things that I like on Meta, which is making me look at this as a potential buy entry. The first thing is that we're printing some daily true lows at our current range. And for those of you who don't know, this is an indicator to help identify a potential discount buy. It's not supposed to identify every pullback or low. There are plenty of other indicators that can do that. But it's supposed to help identify a good discount price to buy in at. And so you can see over the last year, every time this signal has printed, right, you had a print here, which was good for both a short term and a longer term buy-in, right? You had to buy here, also good for a short term run and bigger picture buy-in. Same thing happened here on this pullback for a short term and bigger run. Same thing here when the indicator printed down here. Then you had some prints here. Now this started to print before earnings, so you did have to sit through a little bit of pain, but we did end up ultimately getting higher than that price. And then you had it jump back in after earnings. That was a good place to buy. You had it pop in here, another good place to buy. You had it more recently down in this range, and then you're starting to get it again. So that is the first thing that makes me a little curious about a potential buy-in entry. Now, I'd want to give myself some time on the trade, right? It might stay through consolidation a little bit longer. The second reason I'm looking at this is based off the weekly chart. Now, the weekly chart, no current true lows, right? The last true lows that we had print was towards the end of 2022, and that makes sense, right? Good place to have bought in on Meta. But what I do like about the current weekly chart is we have a great squeeze. We're starting to get bullish signals on the compound breakout tool. We have momentum starting to build up. And we are attempting a bullish divergent bar after testing and holding the 10 SMA. Now, this is what I would wait for personally. And we won't know if this signal is valid or not until tomorrow going into the close, right? But if it is valid, if it does print a bullish divergent bar, you can see bullish divergent bars have a really good follow-through rate on trying to get a higher high. Now, the caution to this, and once again, why you might consider buying some time on the trade, is you can see we've had some price resistance around the 540, 550-ish level. So obviously, there's room to move up and test that range for a quick win. But if you're trying to look for a break, just something you want to be a little bit cautious about because we haven't technically broken that price resistance to try and move higher. So there are a few different ways you could consider trading this. The first one is just to go out and give yourself some time. And you could do so by going out to October. You could even go out to November after the anticipated earnings. That way you can really protect yourself on theta and just jump into a long call. If that's a bit rich for you, you could always look to do more of a vertical spread, right? Or a debit broken wing butterfly. Doing this still sets up a really great risk versus reward. It's obviously cheaper than just buying a long call. And the nice thing about debit broken wing butterflies is, let's say all of a sudden next week we're at this level. That's okay. This should still allow you an overall profit compared to a standard butterfly, which might not see that much of an increase in value because the spread widths are the same, right? So that theta decay isn't really offsetting the debit spread if we all of a sudden find ourselves at 550 tomorrow because of how much time's left on the trade. So the debit broken wing does have that benefit and gives you that flexibility of still keeping your risk small. But if the move happens more quickly in your favor, you can still take a profit off of it. You could bring this in, right? For the divergent bar rule, we aim for a higher high within the next 3 bars. So if this signal does end up getting a valid print tomorrow, you could go out 3 weeks in time. That would put you around the September monthly expiration. And then you could keep it a little bit closer and aim for that target where the high of the week is at, currently 528, right? So have a much closer target in mind. Or if you still think there's a good chance we'll get a stronger higher high and go up and test price resistance, you could come and do something like this, still keep a debit broken wing butterfly. It's about a 196, 198 cost basis, and create yourselves a better risk versus reward. So let's, for simple math, say you get a fill at $2. It's an $8 profit. If it goes completely in the money, it still allows for a $3 profit. So great risk versus reward scenario if you get that move up, even if it goes completely in the money. So that's what I'm keeping an eye on. I like the longer term setup. I'm just a little concerned we might be stuck in chop a bit longer. So if I'm playing this shorter dated, I would look for just more of a scalp move up into here and the follow through of a quick higher high, given the good follow through rate within 3 bars. And otherwise, if I'm looking to play the weekly squeeze, then I want to make sure I have time to try and capture a good chunk of that move, which would mean lean towards me going out to October and November monthly expiration to try and play for the move. So thank you so much for joining me in this video. As always, may the trade be with you, my fellow Jedis, and we'll see whether or not this signal gives us a print tomorrow. Bye, y'all. Hey, Allison Ostrander here, Director of Risk Tolerance at Simpler Trading. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and comment down below to help us out. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you can get notified when we release our next video. And if you want to watch us trade in real time using our own money, go to simplertrading.com to learn how to sign up. As always, may the trade be with you, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.